Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Mulunje Stephen. Now today guys, I want to give you a short story of something that happened to me in 2019. How my desire to get rich and how my desire to get money quick almost pushed me to depression and how I lost close to 400,000 Kenya shilling, that is 4,000 US dollars. Now, in 2019, I was selling construction materials, that is stones, cement, the construction bars, ballast, and other things. So, at that time, I was staying in a town known as Wote. Wote is the headquarters of Makueni County in Kenya. Now, during this time, I met a friend. Let me call him a friend because he's someone that we met through my processes of selling those construction materials. He was a contractor. Now this guy tells me, I'm going to give you someone, because I was selling cement at that time. One bag of cement was going for 500 shillings and 80 bob. That is 580 shillings. That is $5.8. Me, I was selling at 5.5. That is 550 shillings per bag when I bring to the site. So I used to tell the contractor, I'm going to sell you this cement at 550 and you're going to sell it to your boss, or if it was an individual, I sell at 550, so you save 30 shillings per bag. So if you're the contractor, you'll take the 30 bob. For me, I was taking 20 bob per bag. That is the person who was selling the cement to me, because I was working with certain hardwares. They were selling the cement to me at 520. So with 550, I had close to say 30 shillings per bag. Now at this time, I'll go straight to this story. This guy told me, I'm going to give you someone who will sell this exact cement to you at 500 Kenya shillings instead of 520 or 530, whatever the price that I was buying from. So I did my calculations and I said, this guy is giving me a good offer, so I'll take it. So I took the offer. I took the offer for the 500 shillings, that is $5 per bag. I called this guy. This guy tells me, I'm in Nairobi. I'm at a place called Airtel Kenya along Mombasa Road. So he told me, we talked for like a week or so. So in the process of talking, this guy tells me, you'll come to Nairobi, then I'm going to sell you these construction materials that you need. A friend of mine at Wote gave me their sister. Their sister was doing construction at a place known as Kamulu. So the lady calls me. She tells me, I need construction materials, that is metal bars. I need cement. She wanted mabati, the iron sheets, and a few pieces of timber, because they were doing the foundation and the walling. So I told her, for the stones, I'll bring the stones, but for the other materials, I'll bring them from Nairobi or Machakos, wherever. So we agreed on the prices. I called my guy. Now this day, I never called the guys that we were working with from Machakos. So the guy that used to bring me the materials was from Machakos initially. So I never called him. So I went straight to these guys that I had been given by this guy from Wote. So the guy calls me. He tells me, so bro, you'll come to Nairobi and you'll highlight at Airtel Kenya, because from there I'll pick you and take you to our warehouse. So I told him, it's okay, I'll come. So on my way, I used matatu, the public means. So on my way to Nairobi, he calls me. He inquires, how far are you from Nairobi, bro? I tell him, I'm around, I was around Makutano. So makutano in between, Simba Cement, makutano there. So I tell him I'm in between, I'm close to the river. So I'll, in let's say 45 minutes, I'll be there. Then he tells me, he first asks me, do you have the money in cash or in your M-Pesa, or do you have the money in the bank? So at this time, our calculations with this guy were going to around, say, almost 380,000. The materials that I was supposed to buy from these guys was going for 380,000. Then I was supposed to sell to that client at around 420,000. So I had a profit of almost 40 to 50,000 or thereof. So the guy told me, I'll do delivery for you for free, because you'll be buying will be a big purchase. So we are going to give you a lorry to deliver the materials to your site. So he tells me, when he asks me, do you have the money in your M-Pesa or in cash or in the bank? I told him I have most of the money is in the bank. So he asks, do you have ATM that you can withdraw the money, or you have to go to the counter? I told him I don't have any ATM, so I'll go to the counter. So he telling me, okay, you let me know when you are close. I told him it's okay. So by this time I had I think in the bank I had around 200,000 or so, 200 and something thousand, but the other money was in cash, and I had some other money in my M-Pesa. So around Cabanas, this guy calls me again. He tells me, there's a small change. I've been ordered to report to the other hardware or the warehouse, whatever it is, at Nairobi West. Nairobi West is around Nyayo roundabout there, or South Sea, in between. So the guy asks me, do you know where Nyayo is? I tell him, yes, I know. So he tells me, don't highlight at Airtel. Come straight to Nyayo roundabout, then call me. I'll give you directions to where you'll come. I told him it's okay. So the public means that I was using the matatu diverted around GM. So we moved, and I alighted around Enterprise Road. There's, I don't know, industrial area. I don't know whether it's a prison or what it is there. So that's where I alighted. I called the guy. I told him where I was, around that stadium there. City Stadium, I think, yes, City Stadium. So I told him I'm around City Stadium. Do this, tell me what am I supposed to do. So this guy tells me, sorry guys, I'm at the shamba here, so I'll be checking a few things as we talk. So the guy tells me, you'll come, get a motorbike from where you are, then come straight to where we have Nairobi West Hospital. That time Nairobi West Hospital was under construction. I think the new wing was under construction. So I took a motorbike to that place. Now when I arrived to where this guy was, he was wearing overall, gumboots like me, the way I'm wearing gumboots here. So the guy tells me, bro, I'm going to give you the quotation that you wanted. So he gives me a paper. But now, so many things were red flags, but I never took them into consideration because I was very naive. I had never been conned before. Although I'd been conned, I'd been sold a fake phone in Nairobi initially, but now this time I never thought that someone so mature, so clean, so composed could steal from me. So this guy tells me, I want you, you told me that you have the money in the bank. I told him yes. So he tells me, our purchase was around 380,000. So he tells me, you're going to pay us 250,000 because instead of selling you the materials directly, we are not going to go to the warehouse. I don't want you to go to the warehouse because you'll find the owners there, and instead of paying the 380,000, I want you to do this. You'll pay us 250,000. So I have extra 130,000 or so. So they tell me you'll pay the hardware 250,000, but the other money, close to 80,000, you'll give us 80,000, and you'll have yourself 50,000. So this was a good deal for me. So I thought, if I save 50,000 from this transaction, and the client pays me extra 50,000, today I'm going to go home with 100,000. I'll be very rich. In fact, that is the day that I thought I'll get a lot of money. Now, mark you, this money in the bank, close to 200,000, I had borrowed from 2 people. Lucky for me, they were from family. So they were family members. Now, when we were talking, this guy asks me, will you take tea? Because it was around 9 a.m., 10. It was early in the morning. So I tell him, no, I've just taken breakfast, so I don't need, I don't think I'll take breakfast for now. But you can give me something to drink, maybe water or soda. So he tells me, come, follow me. So we go to a bar. So in the bar, this guy calls a lady, the bartender. The lady comes, we talk for 2 minutes. What do you need? Do you want tea or breakfast or anything? So I tell her, no, I don't want breakfast or tea. You can give me water or soda. So she comes with soda. But then the way she opened the bottle, because the guy followed her to the counter. I don't know what they talked. But now, when she came to open the bottle, she opened in a way that was fishy. But I never took anything into consideration. I never suspected her. So I took the soda. Just a few sips. I started feeling I'm not okay. But I assumed it. So I went to the washroom. And this guy follows me to the washroom. So we are talking. The funny thing, because I'm a Mkamba, he was talking Kikamba. In 5 minutes time, another guy comes. The first one referred to himself as Mutua. He told me, hey bro, I'm Mutua. So all along, we talked for like a week. So in the process of talking, he introduced himself. I'm Mutua. This is what I do. I sell construction materials. He named a few places that I purchased from. So we had created like a bond, like the brother thing. So because he was talking my native language, I never thought he would call me. So he tells me, bro, do this, I'll come with my friend because I want to leave you with him. Then I go and see another client who's coming. So please make sure that your transactions are fast before I come. So there was a delay. One of my family members that was supposed to send me the money, there was an issue from a bank. There was a small issue. So the transaction was not fast enough. So with me, I had like the money that I had in my pockets and my M-Pesa, I had a deficit of close to 100,000. So when this person confirmed that they had transferred the money to my account, it was time for us to go to the bank and withdraw the money. Now, the funny thing is, these 2 guys introduced a third person to me. They told me, this guy, this Muhindi, the third guy that came, this guy is a son to the owner of the warehouse that we are supposed to buy the materials from. So I told them it's okay. So what is the deal with this person? I need to go to the warehouse and purchase the material because now it was close to 1 p.m. We had spent like 3 hours there. So the guy tells me, you'll go to the bank and withdraw the money with this guy. So I wondered, can you show me where the warehouse is? But all this while, I don't know what happened. I think something was, they put something in the soda. So when we were talking, they told me, because you see that the money has come, let's go and take some lunch. Then we go to the bank. I told them I don't have time even for lunch because time is not on my side. I have to go to Kamulu or Joska there, deliver the materials. I have to do some transactions. I have to go back to Makueni. So I won't have this enough time to do all these things. I can eat on my way. But they insisted, please, bro, why are you refusing? You refuse breakfast. You only took soda. Why can't you take lunch as we wait for you to go and do the transaction? I told them, yes, let's go. And so I ordered for tea. That was a different restaurant. I ordered for tea. So when the tea came, I excused myself again. Another mistake. I excused myself again and I went to the washroom. When I came back, I finished taking the tea. Now, these guys, because I had been left with two guys. The first guy had left, so I was with the second guy and the third guy, who was a Muindi. So I confirmed that the money was in my bank because the family member called me and told me, the money is already in your bank, you can go and do your transactions. So I went. This guy follows me, the Muindi guy. We go to the bank. I'm given a card, the number. So we wait. We are in for the wait for, say, 10 minutes. We sit there. I go to the counter. I confirm. They tell me, yes, the money is there, but you can't withdraw now. Wait for like a few minutes, then come back again. I sit again. 10 minutes go by. I go to the counter again. So the lady serves me. She gave me close to 200 and something thousand. So with me, I had close to 300,000 now in cash. But the other money was in my M-Pesa. So I wanted to transfer the money through M-Pesa when I go to the warehouse. So these guys tell me, no, we don't want you to do that. We already told you what we want to do. You'll pay to the warehouse 250,000. You'll give us 80,000, and the balance will be yours because we are going to do a deal. It's like a deal. We are going to sell these materials at a very cheap cost to you. Tell them, yeah, that's fine. Now it started raining, so we went to a different bar. This guy tells me, instead of getting rained, but we have already moved from the bank, let's go and sit. Let's go have a seat as we go to the warehouse. The warehouse, the funny thing, this guy emerged from where the hospital is. That time it was under construction, the Nairobi West Hospital. That is, I think that's the name. That hospital around Nairobi West. So this guy tells me, we are going to wait here. When the rain subsides, we are going to go directly to the warehouse. We get you the materials, the lorry is ready, then we leave. Then we go. Then the guy, when we sat down, the Muinti guy disappeared. So I was left with the two guys because they told me the owner of the warehouse is calling the son so that the son may go and do whatever. Just a few transactions. So we sat down. This guy told me, bro, we can have account of the money that you have. Separate the money. Give me the 250. Give my friend the 80. Then you stay with your 50. I said, this is nice. So I separated the money. The first guy that we had been talking, the Mutua, the one who calling himself Mutua. So I gave him 250,000 in cash. I gave him aside. So the other guy, who was also a Mkamba, I gave him 80,000. All along I was not even thinking. I had not even seen the cement. I had not even seen anything. Not even a clue of where the warehouse was or the hardware. Nothing. But I was so much convinced that I'm going to make money from this deal. Then the guy that I gave the 250, he told me, you'll come with this guy to the warehouse. I leave. You follow me. So we don't have to follow each other, so that the owner might not think that we have a deal. So you will follow me with this guy, the guy that I had now given 80,000. So the first guy leaves. I don't even raise any alarm like you are leaving with my money. Where are you going? Why can't you leave me the money? No, I was so convinced that this deal was going through. I don't even know what I was thinking. But this is the art of the con. So they convince you, they take your brain away. I don't know whether it's drugs that they use. I don't know what was happening. Now the guy that I gave the 80,000 was sitting with me. So he tells me, bro, I have an idea. Instead of you staying with the 50,000 that you have, because they convinced me to withdraw the money that was in my M-Pesa. Now I had all the money in cash. I didn't even have any coin in my M-Pesa. So I had nothing. In fact, so this guy tells me, this 50,000, we are going to add you extra materials. Then you can go and sell to the client. Why can't you give us the 50,000? Now, instead of giving you like, say, 20 bags for 50,000, we are going to give you like 50 bags for the 50,000. So instead of buying, now the 50,000 that they had told me I'll stay with, they tell me, if you give us this 50,000, instead of selling you 20 bags of cement for the same, we're going to sell you 50. Now, I thought that, wow, this is a very nice deal. Why was it that this day I was very lucky? I thought I was very lucky. So these guys told me, give me the 50,000. So now in total, he had like 130,000, and I had like 2,000 in my pocket that I was to use for my basic transactions, the fare, those things. So the guy tells me, now, because we already have a good deal, and this guy, the first guy, is already in the warehouse and is calling me. He wants us to go. Why can't you give me something for tea, bro? You know, we are going to give you a very nice deal. I tell him I have like 1,500 or 2,000 in my pocket, but it's for my fare. He asks me, bro, we are going to give you a nice deal. Why can't you give us? Why can't you give me something for tea? They call it tea, corruption thing. I gave him 1,000. So he goes to the door and he comes back again. He tells me, you have said you have extra 1,000. Give me the 1,000. Then come I show you where you'll wait for me just for 1 minute as I call a motorbike. Then we go. But I told him it's a walking distance, like less than 2 minutes walking. Why do we need a motorbike? But he told me it's kind of raining, so we need a motorbike to rush there. So I told him it's okay. So I give him again the other 1,000 that I had. Wow. It was disaster for me. I lost everything. We go out. The guy takes a motorbike. As I'm watching, he takes a motorbike and he tells me, take this motorbike, and he orders the guy that is riding me, that I'm using the motorbike. He tells him, take him to the door of where the Nairobi West Hospital is. Then he tells me, I'll get in from behind. So like he told me, he was going around. I just wait for him at the entrance. He was going around where the warehouse is. He gets from, because the employees are not allowed to go in through the front door, they have to enter from behind. So I wait for him. Shock on me, and I wait. In 10 minutes time, I come to my senses. I've just lost everything. I've lost all the money that I had. It was shock. I felt cheated. I was shocked. I was ashamed. In fact, I think shame came over me. This thing I never talked to anyone except my very close friends who know me. Then I started calling people. I called my mother. I called my sisters. I tell them, I think I've just been robbed. So they ask me, how have you been robbed? I tell them my story, because my sisters knew what I was going to do. I tell them my story. I tell them this is what happened. But now I had to lie. I had to lie because this thing was so shocking, was so shaming. I felt that this was not the kind of life that I wanted to live. This is not the thing that I wanted to do. And I didn't want to share the story. So they convinced me they tell me, rush to the nearest police station and report the thing. Because I think if the thieves are around, they can be apprehended. Hello guys, welcome back. It's your boy Mulonje Stephen. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check me across all platforms. Now guys, as I was explaining, after what happened, after what transpired, I reported to the nearest police station. That is the Nyayo station. Now at this time, when I reported the case, the police started laughing. So I asked them, what's funny about this thing? Why are you laughing? And they tell me, the police tell me, hey son, you're not the only one who has reported this case here. In fact, you can check the OB book. They show me more than 10 guys reported the same issue, the same people, in a span of 3 hours. Now, when this guy was leaving me, the funny thing is that he was going to call other people. So it was so hectic. So I tell the police, how will you assist me? I've just lost close to 400,000. Please help me. Because even some of the money I had borrowed. The police tell me, we have nothing to do. We can't do anything. We don't know who has stolen the money from them. Then I tell them, I had one of the guy inside the Equity Bank. In fact, he was sitting close to me. I was with him all along. We even visited two places. One a bar, that is, was a bar and a restaurant, and both had CCTV cameras. The police tell me, report this case to the DCI, not headquarters, but the DCI office in Langata. So they sent me to Langata. Off I went. Now my queue is around 4 p.m. When I went to Langata, I was directed to the DCI office. I explained my case. I'm given a ticket. I'm told to report the following day. So I went back the following day. So the following day, the guys tell me, we are going to refer you to the DCI headquarters for this case. But before that, we are going to assist you. So they asked me the details of what happened. I told them, I recorded my statement. Then they tell me, these guys, we are going to arrest them, but we need your assistance. We are going to recreate this scenario. So we recreate it, so we see whether we can trap them. So I gave them my friend, one of my friends. I gave them a referral. So my friend comes. So when my friend came, we organized something. I was given like, I think 4 officers. Then because I had no money, these guys, they told me, we cannot use the police vehicle, so we are going to take Uber. I told them it's okay. So I took 2 cars, 2 small vehicles. So I boarded myself, 4 officers, 2 officers in my car, the other 2 with my friend in another car. So we went. So my friend recreated the scenario, but when he called these guys, I think they had a system of hacking into someone's phone, because they give him the same direction, come to Airtel. Yes, so we follow. We went to Airtel, but now we highlighted at very different destinations. My friend highlighted alone around Bellevue, and he used a matatu to that place. So when he arrived, we also found our way. He calls, he texts and calls, and he tells us, I've arrived at Airtel. So there's a petrol station as you head towards Mombasa. After Airtel Kenya, there's a petrol station there. So my friend was directed to wait there. But in 2 minutes time, these guys call and they tell him, you are with police officers. And we know. So my friend asks them, police officers how? So this guy tells him, We know everything that we have been planning. We know what you are planning, and don't think we are stupid. We know you are with 4 officers. They gave details. You are with 4 officers. We know who has a gun and who doesn't have. And that was too much information from thieves. They knew too much. So my friend comes. We find a few guys there. The police officers question them. They don't seem to know what we were talking about. But they looked so interested in whatever we were doing. So the police officers, they questioned them. They let them go. Because you cannot arrest someone without a warrant of arrest or without any cause. So these guys, they call one of my family members. They tell them, tell your son to go and look for money. This money is too little for his life. So I went to DCID quarters. I said I can't let my money go. But now nobody assisted me. So I wanted to tell you guys, as much as you do business in the city, as much as you want cheap things, as much as you want to make wealth overnight, as much as you find very nice deals, lucrative maneuvers of making money, as much as your intentions are pure, out there are guys ready to get your money. I lost my money. I almost went into depression. That thing, I never talked to anyone. In fact, I never thought I'd have the courage. I would have the courage to even talk about it outside my circle. Only my very close friends, less than 5, know what happened. Because the thing was so ashaming. I felt so let down by the government. I felt so let down by the system. It was a wake-up call for me